Okay. This is a sketchbook from mine from 1977, or perhaps spring of that year, which is 1978, my freshman year at Pratt Institute. In between my second and third year, I think, somewhere around there, I stashed a whole box of these, all completed, in my dad's house on Martha's Vineyard, where I am now. And that box was lost when he moved. Like 40 years later, I get an email, someone asking if this book is mine. So I love birds. This is the address. It's S. Johnson, 251 Washington Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11205, Volume 2. That's why I think it's a spring. In those days, following what you did in the telephone book, you did not put your first name. If you were a woman, you said your initial and your last name, so S. Johnson. So when the folks found it, they did not know who it was. So, but I eventually, they had it for a while, and then I got an email, a message actually from Facebook from one of the grown-up children of the couple who found it, who asked me if it was mine. So this cover of the book, it's the blue hardcover sketchbook, 8x5 or so. Susan Johnson, Lost and Found Department. So he taped it on, and it was an artist who found it. He's like a 90-year-old artist. Now, he's a charming man. He's my 8th grade art teacher. Okay, so I found this book. There's somewhere out there, perhaps there's a whole box of the rest scattered around. They found this by the side of the road. This is on a sidewalk. So what it was doing there, how long ago exactly, I don't know, but all I know is it disappeared from storage. There was a mix-up. We lost all our stuff in storage. I lost all the books, and here it is. So let's take a look at it. Let's see. Oh, there's Ethel. There's a pigeon. At Pratt, the foundation year, we had to do at least 3 sketches every day. So that's why I have this book. I might have some subway sketches in here. Oh, figure drawing. Okay. Learning to draw the figure. Getting the shapes. There's Ethel as our cat again. She was what they call a Pratt cat. So she was from the boiler room. I'm going to bring this in closer. Yeah, that's the lovebirds in the background. Sketches. Ethel. Not sure what that is. Oh, chair. That one too. It's a chair, probably figure drawing, or might have just been practicing at home. It's something. It's a shirt on a chair. Yeah. Hi, sweet peas. Here we have somebody probably from class I was sketching or somewhere. These might be subway sketches. You can see everything is very geometric because we were focusing on figure drawing. Wow. I kind of remember these. These are funny. Okay. So it's a little different than my usual style, but it was, that opening up time when I was being exposed to real drawing and real, the real thing. Like that. This might be my older sister. I'm not sure. But these are pretty cool. So I was like 18. There's no dates on them, so 17, 18. But because it's volume 2, I think it's the spring. Trying to get them all in there. a lot of stylization of necks. This is probably my brother. I think I remember doing that. I think that was in sculpture class. This is probably my brother when I was home for the semester break. I can see his head there. Maybe I should bring this back up a tinge. Let's see. There we go. Hope this is clear. More faces. I guess it's kind of stylized. That might be my brother too. In the front view on the couch. I seem to remember that. Oh, you know what? We're probably looking at everything upside down. I'm probably going to have to do this all over again. But maybe we can flip it. Okay, maybe I should actually be looking at these upside down. So those drawings. So here, maybe should I start again? Some of that. This is tricky. This is my first desk video, so I apologize. Here, I'm going back to the very early ones so I can see them again. Okay. And cats. Well, you know what? We'll continue on, and then I'll, if I can't flip it, then I'll just do it again. Hands. Working on the hands. A lot of geometry. It's a lot of stylization. That's hi Reedy. That's Reedy's talking in the background. This might have been. We might have had a life-saving model in the class that we had to do. I'm not sure what that is. That might be my younger sister at that time. It's a little trickier looking at him upside down. I might have to, probably going to do the video after, the sound after. Well, these are all very nice. There's a lot of stylization. I'm pretty sure that's Leslie, or at least I think so. So these are probably that winter break. And I think here we're getting into sculptures. I was working on soft sculptures for sculpture class at Pratt. Oh, this one is actually upside down. But these are cute. I don't remember what those were. People looking through doorways. People sitting. I do remember somewhere with this, I started developing and here I think you see it right here. I started developing a shade technique with graphite. I remember that now. So this one I think is my brother once again. Hopefully. Oh, isn't that funny? I'll have to send him a picture of that. So we have quite a few of those. Hopefully the light is not. This is the first time I'm doing the lighting. My studio space is really small, so it's tricky, and I'd set it up for the other way around. I just realized now that I couldn't do this. That it was probably upside down. I'll just keep going through. Wow. Yeah, very stylized. You can see a tonal thing. Most of my drawing came up through line drawing. And so here I'm working on developing a tonal technique that holds on, very French, I guess, in a way, holding on to sense of form, but getting into light. How do I express that? And here we're talking, here, this is what I said, this, I'm back at Pratt. This is a project that I was working on. Here's Ethel again. A soft sculpture. Or maybe I was thinking of it there, because here once again are pictures of my brother as well. So you can see this is what we did. Wow. And I do remember doing these drawings. So maybe I was, I'll read the text that they say later. But it looks like this is, these are all, and that's probably Leslie too. So I was probably developing ideas while I was here for a break. Well, Reedy. And this might be her watching TV, or it could be heading back. Looks like we're getting into more travel shots again. Maybe here I'm heading back to Brooklyn. Oh, the birds. This is Timmy's birds. He must have still had a parakeet there. I have pictures of birds. Oh, and there's the ferry. Just very interesting. A lot of these I remember kind of, but that's good. It's interesting to see this style about form. So hopefully I won't have to do this again. So here we're back. We're doing figure drawing. So I'm back at Pratt. Wow. And I'm taking notes on things. Yep, this is the spring. I guess. It's hard to read upside down. But I'm sure when I see this, I will, when I go back to edit, I'll see it. Just more figure drawing. There's a lot of stuff in the book. And you can see once again the tonal. Oh, I'm working on that again. Oh, that's the studio layout. So we're working on composition. And probably light. Yeah. I remember at one point having a real breakthrough with the sketches where I just broke away from the line and, as I said, get totally tonal using the like the side of the pencil. So I'm getting there, but I'm not quite there yet. But I'm pretty sure, I remember doing those drawings. I'm pretty sure it happened that first year because it was during this whole sketchbook phase. You know, as I said, I have so many of them because they were all, I had to do 3 drawings a day, and I did that faithfully. There's Ethel again, it's our kitty cat. My faithful model. Just like the birds here, I have to do paintings of birds, I know. Oh, this was, I remember this. This was, this ended up being a vine charcoal drawing on brown paper. And I think it's one of the ones that was, it's life size. And I think it was lost, the final one, and I think it was lost in the book. But in the box, lost stuff. It looked very Flemish. I think that's what my style is. It looks very northern, medieval, northern style. And I think that was what I was attracted to, so that was not accidental. That's what my model was. So it wasn't so much the Italians per se. I remember these. Of course, I've done a lot of these because people are always sitting everywhere. These were done on the green, the Pratt Green, on the campus. And of course, you're looking at these. Now look at these right side up. It'll be interesting to see how this looks when it's done. I don't have to do it again. Let's Ethel again. Remember, somebody was in somewhere, and so these are just all. So I don't have so many Subway things here, but these are all from various areas at Pratt, and then from here in the vineyard. So the green from classrooms, and cat. Up here you can see the tonal thing happening for sure. Totally going onto the side of the pencil. Yep, and here we're definitely, so maybe this was the breakthrough book. That definitely looks like it. That's a self-portrait. That other one, that tall one I was talking about, was a life-size self-portrait. Oh, and look, something got torn out of here. I hope I didn't tear it. This is a drawing. This is one way. This is the book that has that breakthrough. This is one way I got there. These are from old photographs. This is a photograph of my older sister. So they're kind of caricaturish, but I'm working on that whole volume with tone. Oh, isn't that funny? This is something that I still do. These are drawing water on the window, and drips on the window. They're upside down. I didn't always have, I don't know what that is, but it's definitely tonal. April 27th, 1978. A three-dimensional structure that examines or comments on time. What is time? How personal, how used, etc. Ooh, and that was the sculpture class. That was form and sculpture, form and space. I'm still working on this project. Ooh, and here we were, nope, bummer. I like to finish books. I don't know why I didn't finish that. Ooh, so very interesting. So it's too bad I didn't have, and we have some drawings on the side. I was trying to get that, if I could show those. It's too bad I have some blank pages at the end. I was afraid of that, because I do tend to do that. But I must have moved on to working life size. So that's too bad. Oh, there's a couple here stuck in the back. Let's see. Color, light, and design. I was probably getting April 17th. I was probably getting into final projects. So here I'm working on ideas about color. I'll have to go through and read some of these notes. So very interesting. There's Ticketron, charge it. 8 days a week. Okay. Intersplice in between spaces. Oh my God. Formula total visual experience of figure ground. Watercolor chart. Those are the things that I was working on. Wow. These are all things that I am still working on. You can see a figure there in the background. Wow. So Pratt Foundation year is pretty good. And these are library notes. You used to go to the library. You had to, yeah, so I'm going in the back. It looks like I did have some stuff stuck in the back. Charles Sheeler O'Keefe portraiture. Yep, okay. 4 different stages of studies. Okay, how light source strikes subject from my viewpoint. Tones approaching middle value, light value, dark. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so in color. Okay, and then that's it. So this is kind of a breakthrough book. I have memories of what some of the other ones may have contained, how my drawing really turned into a real practice. But this one I think is important because it shows the moment when I started to go tonal, when I started to open up. So I remember a lot of pictures of dinosaurs and statues from the Met and a lot of subway pictures, so I wish I had those. But this is pretty good. I think this was a time, like I said, that shows when I was just taking those first steps to really open up into life drawing work, I mean. And you started to feel really comfortable drawing from the figure. You know, I began my drawing working from photographs. This is a nice one. I remember this one. I like that one a lot. It shows just illustrates well what I'm saying here. You know, I have no depth perception. So for me, figure drawing was always interesting. I got mixed results. I mean, I always liked what I did, but I got mixed results from different folks because I guess from different teachers because, you know, I would go very geometric. I would compensate in ways, but I didn't yet know that I had no depth perception. So what I'm seeing here is that visual accommodation as I move from line drawing, from using ink and from working from very graphically from photographs into tonal, lyrical life drawing, which is something that where I still go today. And I remember doing this one too. Oh, and this is a good one too. So look at that. This is I kind of remember that. I see the fluidity of the pose. Okay, well, this is good for now, and we'll go back again and we'll see what else I can get out of here. Okay, so we're still looking at some of these. I just was about to put it away, but I see this is definitely my younger sister. I think I might even have asked her to pose. But look at that line. Look how I'm capturing that volume with just that gestural line. This is, besides the tonal, this is also the big thing. And I think these are probably also her. So, hopefully we can see these. I have to change the exposure a little bit. Oh well. And probably graphite is a little shiny. And here's another one. I don't know if I remember that, but I really like that. And actually, I do recall I was working on a series of ink drawings right before this, and this is very reminiscent of what was happening with her. The line, the expression on the face, it's a very Victorian kind of drawing influence. So it's always very influenced by illustration, and that I can see. So this is right before the ones where I started to open up the gestural, and you can see it's a very nice combination of things, combination of the lyrical and the still life, this in between place. So this is really cool. I haven't seen any of this. Opening this book right now is the first time in 40 years. I haven't seen these, and I wish I had the rest, but I'm so psyched to have this. And just the odds of this art education couple, the artists, who have a lot of really interesting work on their own account, by the way, having found this on the sidewalk somewhere and having held on to it, and then having realized that it was mine, is just unbelievable. And I'll have to send some pictures of Rob's poses. So cool. Cool. And let's see if I can find the self-portrait again. It's not funny. That's totally him. Oh, here we go. That's totally him. But those are, I'm not sure who those are. It's not me. I kind of remember doing them, but I don't remember who it was. Oh my gosh. Okay. You know what? I think that might be Mom. This is Mom. Or this is Jerry, Mom's friend. And that was Mom. I think so. I think that might have been Kate. And that probably his dad. Kate was his friend. 'Cause my parents were divorced at that time. These look very Picasso-ish little stuff going on there, playing with form. And I don't know who that is. But let's see if I can find. These are just great. Look at that little oddball figure there. I did make the sculptures. They're out of canvas. My material of choice was often plaster, but it might have had a mixture of, it wasn't plaster cloth, but a plaster that I put in, that I dipped canvas cloth into. This is Tim, I'll bet. I was trying to find that. Yeah, I think that's Tim in the living room at Dad's house. My brother, and that's my sister, my younger sister. And this is, he still had the bird. He still had a parakeet, so that's his parakeet. And this might be, that might be self-portrait. My hair was shorter, and I got this perm that just, you know, I washed it right away, and it ended up being a big fuzzball. So I had to wait for it to grow out. And it sort of made me more of an introvert even than I already was. Let's see if I can find the you can see here, working on the hands. The hands are getting there. Let's try to get this over here. The hands are getting there. And that's a nice expression. There's a lot of nice things going on with these drawings. I saw that one. I like that one. Now let's see. There's Ethel's. I'm kidding. That was the full-length self-portrait. Of course, you know, I was much, well, I did gain some weight during that year, but I was much thinner than I realized too, so it's interesting. It is very northern style, you know, medieval style. But I think I was also greatly exaggerating my parts. Oh, this is Pratt. So I think, well, I'll think more about that intersection between photography and lines. This is probably from life, but I had been drawing from photographs, and I think I was doing this. I don't think that was from photograph, but I was thinking about photographs, I think, when I was drawing it, the tonal balance, and the fact that I cut it off like that. That I made a, I could have been looking out a window, but I think I was thinking about that. So, and this is just great. They're so, I love these. They're so delicate, but there's so much going on. You know, there's a real catching of life. I mean, there's a stylization in some parts, and then there's, like I said, then there's that. This is a really good example of that. There's catching the expression, you know, with the line, even though there's a stylization. So this is really interesting. Oh yeah, and there's the self-portrait. So it doesn't look anything like me at all. But it has to be a self-portrait because I would be the only one who would model for myself like that. So very cool. Very cool.